What's up, guys? Tony here. We are back with another video today. It has been raining here all weekend. It's raining now, so I'm out in the garage. And what I'm going to do today is talk about 5 things. I know the title says 5 things I hate about the 2008 Softail Slim. It's kind of a strong word. I'm going to go with 5 things that I think Harley could have done better. And starting off is the rear fender. I know they tried to put this bike on a diet, and they did lose a considerable amount of weight with it. But the rear fender is very flimsy. It almost has a plasticky feel. It just doesn't seem very sturdy. I wish they would have beefed up that rear fender just a little bit. And also, while we're on the back of the bike, the license plate holder. The one on the iron was pretty substantial for what it was. It was solid. It had good spring in it, and it just felt like it belonged on the bike. This one is just flimsy. It's just flimsy, plasticky, kind of feels like an afterthought. So I wish they would have paid a little bit more attention on that. As far as the fit and finish of the bike, it's absolutely impeccable, except for the license plate holder. Like I said, it just feels like an afterthought, very flimsy. I wish they would have spent a little bit more attention on that. So on the back of the bike, that's all I got. Coming up to the front of the bike, there's a couple of things. I know this is pretty picky, but gas caps. One is fake and one is active. Why they couldn't make them both active, I don't know. But if there is something there why they couldn't do it, I wish they would have made the one on the left, the fill cap. Instead, it's the one on the right, which is kind of opposite. All right, so there's 3 things I got. The other thing is the kickstand. I know they redesigned the kickstand for less lean angle to make it easier to get up off the kickstand. And also the kickstand is under the floorboard, which I'm constantly checking when I'm extending the kickstand to make sure I have it all the way out because I physically can't see it. I can just feel it. And plus the lean angle being less shallow, I have a hard time trusting it as of now. I know that it's more than sufficient that they wouldn't have put inferior kickstand on this with the fear of it falling over and damaging. So I know that they put some time and effort into it. It's just something that I need to get used to because it is a lot different than what my iron was. And the last thing I'm going to complain about, and this one, again, I don't know if they could have done anything about it, but as we know, the Milwaukee 8 has 4 spark plugs. It has 2 per cylinder. The ones on the right side of the bike are basically, I mean, I'm looking at them now, they're basically just like they are on any other bike. They're very easily accessible. You can get to them, pull them out, change them, do whatever. The ones on the right side of the bike are a different situation, guys. These things, you're going to have to pull the tank in order to get them out. At least I think so. I haven't tried it yet, but it's very tight, and I think you have a good chance of scratching your tank trying to get these things out without removing the tank. So having to remove the tank to change your spark plugs, it just seems like a little bit of a hassle and a lot more work than it needs to be. I wish they would have made them a little bit more accessible. It is very tight clearance between the tank and the top of the Milwaukee 8. There's not a lot of room there, so it's tight working quarters. So, and pulling this tank off isn't exactly the same as pulling a Sportster tank off. We have, you know, a center console, a much bigger tank. It's just a little bit more of a hassle to get it off. And in order to get your spark plugs out, you got to pull. It just seems, I don't know, a little crazy. But other than that, guys, those are my 5 gripes that I think they could have done a little bit better on. So far, I've kind of been crawling all over this thing this weekend, checking it out because it's been raining and I haven't been able to get outside. But those are the 5 things that I can pick up right now that I wish Harley would have paid a little bit more attention to, and maybe next year's model they will. We'll see. But other than that, guys, that's about all I got. I do have some pipes coming. The Harley dealer told me they should be here tomorrow. So if so, we will be having an install video on those coming up in the next day or 2. I'm also going to do the 5 things that I love about this bike as a follow-up. I thought I'd start out with the bad news first and then go to the good stuff. But that's about it, guys. That's about all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, smash that subscribe button right over there. That's going to get you all hooked up for future content. I really would appreciate it. Other than that, guys, ride safe. Be careful out there. Until next time. Later.